Ever wonder how photographers take an ordinary shot and make it look amazing? In this video, I'll show you some of my raw photos, then walk you through simple edits in Lightroom and Photoshop that completely transform them. Stick around until the end for my top editing tip that instantly makes any photo pop. Editing is where the magic happens. Let's dive into 3 photos and I'll show you exactly what changes make the biggest difference. Here's the first photo, straight out of camera. It looks flat, right? This is totally normal for a RAW file, which is designed to capture maximum data, not to look perfect immediately. Think of it as a digital negative. Our job is to develop it and bring out the photo's hidden potential. Let's transform this into something special. First, I'll tackle the fundamentals. The image is a bit dark, so I'll adjust the exposure to brighten it up. Then I'll fix the white balance. There's a slight blue cast making the skin tones feel cold. I'll warm up the image using the temperature slider to achieve a much more natural and pleasing skin tone. This is a critical step for any portrait. Next, I add a little contrast and clarity to bring out detail. Contrast creates more separation between the light and dark areas, making the image feel less flat. To draw focus to her expression, I'll use an adjustment brush to selectively add clarity just to the hair and eyes. This makes them sharper and more engaging without affecting the skin. Finally, I finish with some subtle color grading to set the mood. I'll add a touch of warmth to the highlights and a bit of cool blue into the shadows. This adds a professional, cinematic feel. And here's the result: a natural, vibrant portrait that really pops compared to the raw shot. We've gone from a simple snapshot to a polished, intentional image. Now, let's look at this landscape. The raw photo is dull and gray, a common result of shooting in flat, overcast light. The camera captures a wide range of information, but the initial image lacks punch. My goal is to restore the depth and color that got lost, bringing the scene back to life. The potential is all there in the file. We just need to unlock it with a few key adjustments. First, I adjust highlights and shadows to bring back detail. By pulling down the highlights, we instantly recover texture in the clouds. Then, by lifting the shadows, we can see the rich detail in the rocks and foliage. This single step of balancing the dynamic range is crucial for adding depth and making the scene feel three-dimensional. It's the foundation for our edit. Then I boost the greens and blues using HSL sliders to make the foliage lush and the sky vibrant. A bit of sharpening adds that final crispness, and a subtle vignette darkens the edges to draw the eye in. And just look at the final result. The difference is huge, from washed out to dramatic and eye-catching. We've transformed a flat image into a powerful landscape that's full of life and emotion. For the last example, here's a street shot. I wanted mood, so I converted it to black and white. Then I increased contrast, deepened the blacks, and added grain for a classic film look. A plain street scene now feels like something out of a movie. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with my single most important piece of editing advice. It's a mindset shift that will change everything. When you open a photo to edit, don't just start pushing sliders around randomly. Before you touch a single setting, ask yourself, what is the story here? What feeling do I want to evoke? Think back to our examples. For the portrait, the story was about warmth and connection, so my edits focused on creating natural, glowing skin tones. For the landscape, the story was about drama and nature's beauty, which is why I pushed the colors to create a powerful scene. With the street photo, the story was about mood and timelessness, leading to a classic black and white conversion. Every adjustment, color, light, contrast, is a tool to guide how people feel. Are you creating joy, mystery, or awe? Your editing choices are your vocabulary. This is why editing isn't cheating. It's the final crucial step in finishing the story your camera started. If these transformations and this mindset shift resonated with you, please hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about empowering you to become a more intentional photographer. Every week I share new in-depth tutorials covering everything from advanced color grading to mastering Photoshop, plus tips on composition and lighting. I also love answering your questions, so drop a comment below with what you're struggling with. It might just become my next video. By subscribing, you're joining a community of creators dedicated to taking their photos from simply average to absolutely unforgettable. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.